Hi, gorgeous. Welcome to the Lounge of the Single Women Society. I am your host, Kat Cantrell, your dating and love coach. And if you are brand new to Single Women Society, welcome. I'm so honored to have you here. I want you to imagine with me that you just walked into the Single Women Society and you're headed into the lounge. You've ordered your drink of choice and you're going to come sit on this very cozy, comfortable couch right next to me. I know you've had a super hard, long day, and I just want to take a little bit of your time to take some. I am going to share with you today the top 5, 10. I have a list here. I didn't really count them. Ways that you can meet people, because online dating isn't for everyone. And I know I've spent a lot of time talking about online dating, but I want to give you different ways and to maybe open your mind up when it comes to meeting new people, because this is one of the questions that women ask a lot is, I don't know where to go and how do I meet new people? I don't want to online date, Kat. And I hear you. I got you. If you have a pad of paper and a pencil, come and sit down and let's go over this list. But before I do, I have a couple of different announcements coming up. October 1st, the doors are opening to the Peacock Room. And the Peacock Room, I'm going to spend a little bit more time talking about it next week. But the Peacock Room is a very exclusive group coaching program that I have developed for women of the Single Women Society who are ready to find love faster. And I've been working with this very special group of women since the beginning of July. And we have been working on online dating, creating their online dating profiles. How do they approach people online? We've been talking about first dates, when to set up the first dates, where do you go for the first dates? And it's been so incredible to watch these women in the last 3 months take such huge strides when it comes to opening themselves up and preparing themselves to put themselves out into the real world to find love. So we're going to talk about that more next week, but I just kind of wanted to plant that little seed and let you know that the doors will be opening on October 1st, and it's only going to be open for a short amount of time until 2022. So I'm just going to lay that out there right there before we go into today's episode. All right. You're not into online dating. Or maybe you are into online dating, but you want to keep your options open and want to discover new ways to meet new people. And if you've been listening to the podcast, if you've been listening to the show for a while, you know that I've mentioned here and there about different ways that you can explore and meet new people. But I thought I would use today's episode to give you a list and to tell you the reasons why I believe that these are great places to meet new people and to hopefully make new connections and ultimately, hopefully, create new dates for you. All right. So we're going to just dive right into it. So the first way to meet new people is through your friends. So that's the number one. The number one way that you can meet new people is through your friends. Now, if you were like me, a lot of my friends were already married and they didn't have a lot of single friends in their lives. And so that's why online dating was a great solution for me to put myself out there to start dating. But studies have shown that more and more couples actually meet through friends. Now, the reason why I have this as number one is because this is the easiest way. I shouldn't say easiest. This is the most comfortable way that you can meet someone and have a blind date is actually through a friend that you trust. And so it kind of relieves that pressure. It makes you feel a little bit better because you know that the friend has your best interest at heart. And I think that more successful first dates can happen when you're actually set up through mutual friends. Now, I want to remind you that you have to be open to this and not to have to be closed-minded to the point where you're like, okay, this person has to meet all of the checks off of my list. And if they don't, then I'm not going to meet them. You have to. One of the things that I try to teach the women in the Peacock Room, the women that are in my Panther Room, is to help them understand to have fun in this process. The person doesn't have to check off every check mark or have a check mark on your checklist, right? So you have to be open to it. So that's number one. Number two, a great way to meet new people is to volunteer in your community. And I know that you're like probably rolling your eyes at me, but I think now more than ever, people are seriously seeking connection in multiple different ways. And I'm sure that there are a lot of volunteer opportunities in your community, especially since we're still going through the pandemic. COVID is still a real thing for a lot of people. And I think more and more people need connection. And so I would seek out volunteer opportunities within your community. Third way is go to happy hour after work. Now I know I don't want to meet someone in a bar. Okay. Now here's my philosophy on going out to a bar. And this being on the bar is not on this list other than this. Okay. Other than going to work happy hours. The reason being is when you are going out to the bar on a mission to find someone, most likely the end result is not the one that you are seeking, if you know what I'm saying, as I'm winking at you. If you're on a mission to go to a bar and find someone, it's not going to be Mr. Right. It's going to be Mr. Right now. However, when you go to happy hour with your coworkers, it again relieves the pressure. There are no expectations. You are probably more authentically yourself when you go to a happy hour with people that you know versus going out to the bars at night for a girls' night. So I do believe that this is a great way to meet new people. You have the safety net of your coworkers that are with you. And also since you feel safer, you'll be more vulnerable in a way to open yourself up more to meet more people. Okay. Number 4, this is going to sound so cliche. Am I on 4? I'm not even sure. Okay. Number 4, sign up for a class. So here is a tip. This is something, again, that I encourage my clients to do. There should be most likely a community college that's around you, and community colleges offer so many different types of classes: dance classes, theater classes, art classes, drawing classes, pottery, glasswork. I know for here, I was looking into an improv class. There are so many different classes that the community colleges offer that you can take a class, something. So it really is a win-win situation. You're going to invest in yourself, right? Discovering more about you by taking a class. And then you're going to have an opportunity to possibly meet new people. Now, with that said, I don't want you to think that you're going to sign up for a class to meet someone and then that is a possibility, but it's a great opportunity to meet new friends too. Because even just making new friends, these friends know people, build your network, right? Build your community of people that you surround yourself with. So signing up for a class, it's a win-win. Not only get to learn something new about yourself and you get to learn a new skill, but also you can meet new people. Okay. Number 5, one of my most favorite things, and I know I've talked about this on a previous episode, is to go on an adventure by yourself for a weekend. It doesn't have to be a week. It doesn't have to be any huge, long a period of time. It's to take yourself out on an adventure, remove yourself from your community, go plant yourself in another community for a weekend, rent an Airbnb not rent, book a hotel room. Sorry, I was getting there. Book a hotel room and stay at a luxury spa. Do something for yourself. That's not only, again, self-investment, but you're putting yourself in a situation where you have the opportunity of meeting new people. This is one of my most favorite things to do. Okay, now I'm going to share with you a story really quick. When I was single, what I used to do, because I had a very limited budget, what I used to do is book a room at a local casino. Now, I'm not a gambler. Now, let me explain to you why I did this. And maybe you can do this too. I wasn't a gambler, but I love, as you haven't noticed, I love watching people. I love watching people interact with each other. I just love being around people. And so to me, I thought the casino not only was a safe place to go because they have a hotel that's attached, but also it was, and people all knew where I was, but it was a great opportunity to meet people I normally wouldn't meet because sometimes these people were going to be from out of state or they were there like traveling through. And so to me, it was a great way not only to get away for a night, but it was also a great way to meet new people. And I did that. I did that 3 separate occasions. I went to 3 here in Iowa. We've got a couple of casinos that are around that all have hotels attached, and it was great. And I loved every experience. And I met people from all over the state of Iowa and outside of Iowa. In fact, one of the time that I stayed at the hotel, or that I stayed at the casino, it was a dental convention was going on at the same time. And so I had fooled a couple of people. I know you're surprised that I was actually with the dental convention. So this is the thing, is that you can have an opportunity to have, again, create experience for yourself and have a blast doing it without having expectations, but putting yourself out there. It's so much fun. Okay, where am I? I don't even know. I've lost count. This kind of goes hand in hand with like taking yourself on an adventure. It's not only you can book an Airbnb, but if you listen to my coaching call with Karina, which was a couple of episodes ago, I encouraged her to go to Airbnb experiences. So you can do this whether you're out of town, whether you're in your town. If you go to Airbnb and you click on the tab that says experiences, when you go there, you can see, especially if you live in a major metropolitan area, you can go there and you can see all of the different experiences that are being offered in your city or the city that you're traveling to. Now, why would you do that? Well, again, it gets you to meet people in your community you probably wouldn't have normally met. You also get to meet people who are traveling through, again, giving you an opportunity to make new friends and to seek new connections and to do something outside of the box, to do something you've always wanted to do. And as I told Karina on that coaching call, I believe that when you walk into an experience like that, it's extremely normal to have a lot of like single people doing these experiences on by themselves. That's a fear that a lot of women have, is like, oh my gosh, I can't do this by myself. And so you'll tag your girlfriend along. But in these circumstances, I believe that you will feel 100% comfortable walking in by yourself, because this is what people do. So I want you to consider that the next time you travel, or even in your own town, if you're feeling up to it, go to Airbnb and check on the experiences and see what kind of opportunities and amazing experiences are in your community. There's brewery tours, there's food tours, there's, you name it. There's all kinds of fashion and makeup, and try it. In fact, I'm going to give you a challenge. If you're listening to this, go to experiences on Airbnb and find something that you like, and then tag me on Instagram, would you, at Kat Cantrell, so I can see what you are discovering and what you're finding, and something that would bring you joy and, of course, meet new people. Okay. This is the last one. I don't remember what number I'm on, but this is the last one I'm going to share with you. Know your neighbors. Does anybody remember Melrose Place? Melrose Place, it's all the drama, right? But Melrose Place, and maybe I'm a little old school for this, but I know my Gen Xers are going to appreciate this, because I do believe that people truly still want connection, more than love connection. People truly want to have a connection with one another. And by knowing your neighbors, again, it's not about seeking out romantic relationships with your neighbors. It's getting to know your neighbors who possibly might know someone. Again, back to number 1 that I mentioned, right? Which is being open to meeting new people through friends. So get to know your community, get to know your neighbors, go to the block parties if you still have those. I don't even know if those are still a thing, quite honestly. But I know for sure my son moved to Colorado not too long ago, and he lives in an apartment complex that has get-togethers every month. And maybe you're rolling your eyes as you're listening to this, but I would really encourage you to go to these socials. It's just like, in order to attract love and find love, you have to put yourself out there. You got to leave your house. If you're not into online dating, I totally get it. But these are ways that are literally in your backyard, literally, if you live in a community like that, where you can meet new people. And I'm just going to take it one step further. If you live in a community that you think that could have a block party, why don't you just throw one yourself? I'm a firm believer in that, where if you don't have the community of people that you want, then you create it. You're more powerful than you think. You create the community and it'll be attracted to you. So if you've always wanted to have a block party, throw a block party. If you always want to have an apartment party, throw a get together, have friends come over to your house, have theme parties. Again, I know that these are different times, but I'm just wanting to continuously plant these seeds to get you thinking. It's not just the normal going to church, blah, blah, blah. There are so many different ways of meeting new people and hopefully being able to make new love connections, right? Okay. That's all I got for you today. Kind of short but sweet episode. So I don't even know how many that was. I'm gonna have to come back and listen to the episode. I think it's like 7 or 8. So hopefully this sparked some different ideas. So these are just kind of a baseline. So maybe as you've been thinking about these different ideas, maybe hopefully it's sparking new ones. And again, I know it takes a lot of confidence and courage to do these things by yourself. And this is one of the reasons why the Peacock Room is so amazing, is because not only do you have my assistance as your dating coach, but you also have the encouragement of the other women that are in the group to inspire you, to push you, to hold you accountable so that you don't feel alone in all of this. So if you are interested in the Peacock Room, you can always go and check it out. You can go to singlewomensociety.com, and up at the top, it says private group. You click on that and it gives you all the information. I will go into it in greater detail on my next episode, but try one of these things. Try one of these things. You have to be open and you have to be vulnerable. You have to be willing to leave your house, but try just one of these ways of meeting new people. Just try one and let me know how it goes. You can always email me, kat@singlewomensociety.com. Okay. All right, my love. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you so much. And if you're watching on YouTube, hello, darling. It's so good to see you. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and follow, and click the bell so that every time we upload a new episode, you are the first to know. And if you are listening on Spotify and iTunes, thank you. Sorry, I tried to do my radio voice, didn't come out very well. Thank you so much for being here. Please make sure to subscribe and rate and review these episodes, because that's how other women can find us here at the Single Women's Society. And if you are over on Instagram or Facebook, please come and follow me at Kat Cantrell. I post reels almost daily. And in fact, I'm starting to create characters over there. It's a lot of fun. Some of them have mustaches. So you gotta come and check it out. So hopefully you will. And of course, always, if you need more information about my products and services, you can always go to singlewomensociety.com. All right, my love, thank you for sitting on this cozy couch with me here at the Lounge of Single Women's Society. I'm so excited that you have spent some time with me today, and it just means the world to me. So thank you so much. And remember, my love, true love is waiting for you, and I will see you next time.